You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit. We are live and local here in San Diego, bringing you the most important hour in radio and telling you everything that they don't want you to know. When we say they, we're talking about those Wall Street guys, the big government, the big banks, the big credit bureaus, and sometimes even the big media or anyone else who's trying to deceive you to take your hard-earned money or get you to spend it unwisely. Because we do the exact opposite here on the show. Visit MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email or give me a call. Or you can do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. All right. I don't have anything good to say about the Padres today. There's just nothing good to be said about losing 5 in a row. But I will turn that around slightly and say that, you know, you do need to have kind of a bad streak. You don't want to be going into the playoffs on fire already. We kind of want to be due. And we were due to lose. We were due to have a bad run. And so I guess, if anything, I'm happy that that's happening right now versus 3 weeks from now. But there are only a few homestands left. So I suggest, if you haven't made it downtown to check out a game, that you do so. Petco Park's beautiful. And if you can't make it, then you should listen to every single game right here on 1700 AM. San Diego 1700, we carry all the Padres games. So save this station in your dial. We're tonight in Arizona. It's a 6:40 start time, kind of a weird one. So make sure you tune in if you don't want to drive all the way to Arizona to watch the game. Okay, so we've got a couple of things to cover today, and I'm going to jump right into something that I think is really important. Now, you know me. You know I'm a straight shooter. And I really, really encourage everyone out there to shoot yourself straight, first of all, about anything that it is that you might be dealing with, and to shoot other people straight too. You know, because this whole cat and mouse game, the whole, well, I need to do this and I need to say that so he feels this way, and it's all just a waste of time. No! I'm telling you, wasting time is not something that you want to do.
I want the truth!
The truth will set you free. I promise you this. Now, I learned this a long time ago in high school. In high school, you know how it is. You're chasing, boys are chasing girls around, girls are chasing boys around. And what I found out was that if I just told people directly what I was thinking or what I felt or what I thought, it really saved a lot of time. And it really didn't change anything. You know what's actually easier? It's actually easier to be honest with people. And it actually works out better for you in the end. It really does. I had a friend of mine, buddy of mine, who was telling me all these things. He was just kind of pouring his heart out over the weekend. We were having a beer, one of those deals. He was talking about his girl. He cares about her, but he's not excited to be with her. He doesn't. He loves her, but in a sister way. And I just said, look, buddy, why are you telling me? Just tell her. Shoot her straight as an arrow. Who knows? You might end up with the best of both worlds. You never know. But you got to be honest with people. And that's really what is I'm starting to see this happen in society just a little bit. Now, all the big companies, the credit bureaus and all these guys, they're all going to try to deceive you. That isn't going to change, but it's really been refreshing the last couple of days. I've met with some really great people who are also straight shooters. And it just reminds me how easy life is and how easy it would be if everyone was that way. And what I mean by shooting yourself straight is look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself some questions. Are you doing everything you could be? Are you the best father / husband, employee or business owner that you could be? Is there other things that you could be doing? Could you be working harder? Could you be getting more done? Could you be happier? Could you be a better friend, a better son or daughter? Just, shoot yourself straight about what's really going on, because the problem is we typically don't want to know what the truth is, or we don't expose the truth until it's too late. This happens with your credit all the time. This is why people find out at the absolute worst time that there's a mistake on their credit report. Because they go to buy a car, they spend hours running around with the salesman, and just trying all these cars, and he's playing the cat and mouse game, and they're doing the same thing, and got kids screaming, they're hungry, they need to go to the bathroom. And then you get down to sit at the table, they keep you there for like half hour, 45 minutes, and in the end, you pull your credit and you can't buy the car. because something showed up on your report. It wasn't even yours. It's an error. It's causing your score to be down 100 points. That's the same thing. It's the same thing as not speaking to your uncle for 10 years and he passes one day. It's the same thing. Live in the now. Remember, we're all about two things on the show. Having a better financial life, which leads to what? Which leads to a better life, period. A better personal life. That's what we're all about. That's what we're going for here. It starts with shooting yourself straight. Because if you go and you pull your credit report right now, which remember where we recommend on the show, cumic.org, CUMIC.org, you will need the access code FICO, F-I-C-O, in order to pull your report through there. But if you go and do that, and you find out where you stand, then you won't make one of those mistakes like going and wasting 3 hours at the car dealership to buy a car you can't buy. I don't want to see you do that. You don't want to do that. The car people don't want you to do that. So do the right thing. Know where you stand. Know where you stand. A lot of people tell me, well, I'm afraid to look at my credit. I can't do it. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to see. That's not the attitude to have. You want to be informed. Be educated about how this stuff works. Pretty funny story. Facebooking over the weekend. I know I'm a dork. No! But hey, come on. I'm getting a divorce here soon. I'm going to have to get out there and stop being such a ding-dong. Got to get myself out there again. It's all good. So I'm on there, and somebody's telling me about heartburn. You might like this one, Brooke. You're not a heartburn person, though, because you're so healthy. But someone was talking about how they had this really bad heartburn. It was like just annoying the crap out of them. You know, there's a natural cure for that heartburn. It's the easiest thing ever. You drink a couple sips of a regular Coke. A couple of sips of a regular Coke, and your heartburn will go away. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Because what's happening? Think about it logically. What's happening when you have heartburn? You have too much acid, right? Well, why is your body producing so much acid? Yeah, if you put the acid in, then it'll stop producing as much. And so it makes sense. But if you go to the doctor, what are they going to give you? They're going to give you these basic pills, which is going to actually cause your body to create more acid. And you're going to become dependent upon those pills. So the natural cure is drink a little bit of soda, Coke, or Pepsi. Not the diet. Yeah, you could do other acidic drinks, but that one works on the spot. On the spot works. Guaranteed. So, hey, there you go. I'm curing people out there. We're changing people's lives up in here. I'm not Mr. Doctor. I'm not Doctor. How about Dr. Credit? How about that? Let's change it. I like that better. All right. So the cure for heartburn. That's definitely out there. And that's from Kevin Trudeau. I don't want to take full credit for that. Kevin Trudeau's Natural Cures, awesome book, all kinds of great stuff in there. If you want not a great read, but something that's extremely educational, where you're going to be like, wow. I mean, this guy says he has the cure for cancer. Really, it's about like drinking vinegar and doing. I mean, it's crazy stuff. Kevin Trudeau's Natural Cures. But that's not for everybody. Not everybody's interested in academics at this point, since we are in a horrible recession. Everyone's waiting for the double dip to happen. I've been shooting you straight for months. Told you I'm all in cash on my retirement. It's cash. It's the first time the Dow hit 10,000. We're still at 10,000 right now, but I'm worried about seeing that come in. We do know employment looks bleak. There's some other bad things out there. San Diego's a little bit different. When you hear the problem with watching the national news is that you're hearing all these stories. They include all the Detroits and all the Midwestern towns that have really been hit, where pretty much everyone was either a home builder or in construction, and that's just not happening anymore. But here in San Diego, it's a little bit different. We're a little more technology based. There's a lot of activity going on. There's a lot of people coming in from out of town. There's a lot of people from out of town spending money here. So, we got some good things going on. Not great.
I'm Rick James.
But good. Still a lot of people having hard times. Now, there's one thing that you can do that you really need to become educated about when it comes to understanding how you can put yourself into a better financial situation, and that is the bankruptcy law. Because what people don't understand, and I was in William McDonald's office on Friday doing my free consultation with him at 2 o'clock, and we were running numbers on the means test, and it's crazy. I mean, you could make $200,000 a year and still qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy if you have enough debt, because it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you have going out, how much obligations you have with respect to what you make. So I know a lot of people, they make $80,000, $85,000 a year. They're sitting there going, well, I have a great job. I've been there for 10 years. I'm a tenured professor, whatever it may be.